All right, what do we got? We have Maxace. Maxace, they're crazy people, aren't they? They are insane. They do weird shit like this. It's amazing, isn't it? Maxace Red Queen, not one, not two, but the three. This is the Red Queen 3 Trace Embrace, baby. M390 2021 model. What you got, all that shred in that shred? You got chunks in the shred of the carbon fiber and whatever. Is that gold or copper? It looks like gold to me. There's gold in them hills or in them scales. And look at the screws on the front. Hello. No entree there. But we got number 8s back here. So I guess that's the way we're going to took it apart, because we're definitely going to took it apart. Because you know what? I'm thinking that this is multi-row ceramic bearings. It's just too unbearingly free floating to not be multi-row ceramics. Wow, that is nice. But, it wouldn't be the first time they went down that road. But let me just tell you, no, it's not the Red Queen 1. Remember that? Titanium, carbon fiber in there, real tactile, And, remember this? Then they came out with the aluminum version that was way less money. And then, remember the Red Queen 2? Hold on. Flip it. Don't clip it. Batman. Where's Robin, Batman? I had one of them. I had one of the others too. I don't have them anymore, but I got the 3. The 3, yeah, let it be. The 3, $299. No, 10% off. LTK is the discount code. So, okay, $30 off, $270. Okay, I don't know. I'm feeling it. I like it. And, I got something else to show you. Hold on, but let's say almost 9 inches overall length. Unfortunately, it's a tiny gent carry. It would have been nice at 9.5 overall, but we'll let that go. Marble carbon fiber, 5.47 ounces. So, check this out. Okay, so I was looking it up online, and I'm going, whoa. What the hell is that? And I emailed Justin at White Mountain. It's like, I look back in my pouch. I'm going, shit, I ain't got one of them. It's just like this. And he goes, whoa. So he checked it out, and he said, it's a separate, right here, buy separately, okay? So I get dibs on one of them. He's going to get a few of the ring attachments, so you can karambit all in, you know what I mean? You can get you that ring attachment and play karambit boy. And oh my God, this thing is really smooth. But yeah, I definitely got to get the ring on it. Hold on, we got to back up. Let's back up a little bit. We need room. We need room to operate. M390 blade. I'm sure it's at least a 74 Rockwell. Okay. There we go. And I don't know what the Rockwell is. I can't remember. I'm sure we've tested Maxace here or there in the past. Oh, that reminds me. I gotta get Blade Banter, the last batches that I've done, like the last 10 or 12, so you can put them on that spreadsheet that I put the link to in my description section. Damn it. Remind myself. Okay, yes, it's sharp. And I was going to say, you get to vote. Tactical or practical? Tactical or practical? Let's hold on. Practical, tactical. Yeah. Oh, by the way, even though this is a tiny gent carry, it's still way bigger than the Paramilitary 2. So, yes, almost 9 inches overall length. Get out of the way there, buddy. But, Maxace, and they're doing Midnight Cat Studio. Ooh, baby, that's 4 inches all day long. Okay, 105 millimeters, somewhere in there. It's not 9 inches, But I'll tell you what, throw a gnat in there and it's real close at, it's not 23 centimeters, is it? It's 22 and a half. Wow, okay. But that's a knife. Okay, that's a knife. But put it on the scale, because I'll tell you, it ain't that heavy. 5.7 ounces. Come on, man. 163 grams. That's not that heavy. Have you ever seen it wave? Baby, she's going to wave to you. You pull that baby out of your pocket, it's almost no way it's not going to wave open. This thing is the wavingest knife I've ever had. I mean, Emerson wave, I get you, all this kind of stuff. But with this not being a really strong detent, by the way, okay, it's not, I mean, there are not a lot of knives you can just go like this. So, no, it's not real strong. I'd call it a 3.8 detent. Most of them run 4.5 to 5.5, so this is not that strong. On the other who, you know, when you're going to wave it out of your pocket, it's nice that it's not as real strong detent. And look at the flipper tab. It's gemmed. It's got this little kind of cutaway into it and stuff. I mean, the back spacer's nice too. Look at that. I mean, they just didn't make it like a suspended thing. They kind of went this way and that. And then the machining, it takes time and effort. And then the surround here, the fact that they matched the carbon fiber and gold front and back. Look at this little attachment here on the blade as well for the wave function. And you know what? I didn't even look. I don't see a blade stop unless there's an internal one. This might be it. Let me look under here and see if that's hitting. Yeah, I can kind of see right there. Yeah, so that must be, the thumb studs must be the stop. And I take it apart and then I might be wrong. I don't know, but it looks like that to me. So Maxace doesn't get a lot of attention. Okay, and Midnight Cat Studio, which is their other deal, right? Midnight Cat Studio or Maxace. See what I'm saying? But I don't know. There's just something about their designs that I really like. And I know they OEM knives too. They do the PMP knives, this, that, and the other. This is really nice. This is smooth. I mean, I'm no blade player, lock rock, God forbid. And it's centered, okay? It's got a nice drop. It hits you in the thumb. Get back here a ways, because it's not real super quick over the detent ball. Well, it's not bad, but it's not super quick, but that's enough right there. Got a nice smooth drop to it. Not that heavy. Close to 9 inches, but you ain't gonna feel it in your pocket. Oh, by the way, I've carried this at least a half dozen times or more. Check this pocket clip out. Nah. Sorry. It should have been like a ceramic ball or something. This is not working that well. I mean, one time I kind of struggled with getting it in and then out of my pocket. And I guess I did this a little bit and I got it. Maybe I must have freed it up or bent it a little bit, because the next time I put it in my jeans, it slid right in the pocket and I could withdraw it and wave it out, no problem. So might have been a little tight at first. Yeah, I'm not in love with the pocket clip, other than the fact that it's, you know, the screw comes from the inside. Although, could they have backed it up and then shared a screw back in here with the pocket clip, made a little deeper carry? You know, I don't know. But, I mean, thought process there about maybe so. You're doing this, okay? When you do this, you start choosing hands. Yeah, and this is not severe enough to really bother me. But it just so happens, boom, boom, and the rest. Okay. And if you have big hands, your pinky will be back here, but you'll be spread out. So, I mean, but it's a big knife, so it gives you it gives you a lot of width for your hand. Okay, and it's good. So I like it from that aspect. I like it the fact that it's fairly slender. You know, and a lot of Maxace and Midnight Cat studio knives are insane. And I'm going to show you a couple of them here in a little bit. Half an inch at 12.5 millimeter. So that's pretty standard for a lot of knives. And let me get, can I get on a flat? Let me get on this flat right here. Well, almost 4 millimeters, 3.8 at 0.15. So that's right. And you can see how that insert is done on both sides. So it's really interesting. I don't know. I don't see a way to take that off necessarily. Let me see how they installed this. But yeah, I will take it apart. I don't know if I'm going to see if I can try and take this out or off. But yeah, it's a good looking knife. I like the fact that they did it with these colors, like the black with the gold in it, and then carried that gold over to the pivot area up here on the blade and the pocket clip, backspacer, everything. I like that. It's a good looking knife. And there's some knives that Maxace has done. And let me pull a couple down because it's just insane. Another one that's recent is the Babylon. This is a button lock. I mean, detent's not very strong on this one either. But it's just a hell of a button lock, isn't it? Still trying to figure out if I want these big old malignancies on there or not, but it's cool. It's cool. I mean, this thing is so fidget friendly. It's just insane. And you know what? If you wanted to go practical, you should have got this, the Maxace Balance S, and this 14C28N. They came in pink, they came in yellow, green, whatever. And then there was a Balance M that was M390, and those were close to $100, but these are like 45 or something like that, if you can get them anymore. And that's another thing about Maxace. It ain't out there forever, my friends. It's just not. And then like the Sandstorm, they came out with this, and this is a hoss. This is an absolute hoss. But they came out with this in titanium, and then they did it in G10. And you could get it in black G10, by the way, all that. But, I mean, natural G10, you can take these scales, dye them. I've seen guys dye them a royal blue. It's just a beautiful, beautiful knife. Mine's still natural, you know, G10. So, I might do another dyeing video because I'm dying to dye some other knives too. So this might go in the pot with them. But this is, I mean, you know, how are you going to give that up? You know, I like that knife. And then the ultimate crazy with Midnight Cat Studio right here. I mean, this is insane. This is the Mammoth. And I mean, you can unscrew this and take this off. You don't like this big old glass breaker impact thing, okay? But that will definitely get people's attention. And, you know, it'll also wave. Man, it may take half your pocket with it. This is an absolute, well, it's a Mammoth. But one thing about this, I mean, it came in a Tanto and a drop point. I just love the drop point. I'm not a big Tanto guy. But kick out the other side here, and you see it's a Vanitas 4E. Number 25 is mine. But Vanitas 4E, you know, I saw a comparison on Blade Forums where they're going, you know, a CPM 4V is similar in composition, this. So good edge retention, great steel. Interesting that they would have picked that steel. But I mean, this thing's just an absolute monster. And, you know, of course, that's why I like it. Yeah, why not? Why don't you like monsters? I mean, I love monsters. So this one is also, I mean, they do crazy shit. I mean, look at this. I mean, it makes no sense, of course, from a practical standpoint. I still need to get some, some little tubes on here and put that in there for glow, I don't know. Tritium is costing some money these days, but that would be neat. Crazy, but, and last but not least, of course, is the Goliath. Okay, Mammoth, Goliath, what the hell? And this one is a Maxace one. This is not, yeah, this is Maxace. So, but I mean, and opportunity to dye scales and stuff. But the satin grind and then the G10 with this titanium up here. I believe it's titanium. Yeah, well, there's a liner underneath, but yeah, really crazy. So I've got some Maxace. I had more. I don't have them all anymore. But I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Maxace, and I've got one of these in pink, by the way. I didn't tell my wife; she would have stolen it. So yes, I mean, ergo's on this. Where's my balance on this? Balance is good as well. If you could add that ring accessory, that's just an extra thing. But this thing just waves so nicely. But of course, look at the recurve and everything. And certain cutting tasks, it's not going to be good at. Now, you could pick labels with it and stuff like that. But, I mean, obviously, your contact patch is all funky because it's like that. So, but I don't know. What are you going to use this knife for anyhow? I mean, really your proud carry and or tactical use and or, I mean, it'll still, like, you can slash this and cut things. I mean, I just cut paper. I mean, you can cut with it. It's just you got the recurve. And so at some point in time, if you use it enough, you're going to have to get a rod out or something to sharpen along here or whatever, because it's not going to be a flat stone that's going to do a good job on like a KME or that kind of thing. So, oh well, that being said, backspacer, I like it because it's so complete and you're not going to touch the blade. It just so much about it feels really solid and smooth. Dirt rag time to disassemble. And you know what? I think my background's looking crappier than my rag is these days. Yeah, oh man. But let's get after it. What do we got here? We got a number 8. Let's see if that still does the trick, and it does. And they're not putting thread locker on these at all, it looks like. I'm happy with that. I heard a guy, make a comment on one of my things like, they didn't put any thread locker, and they need to do that because, that thing will just come loose, and then what? Then you can put your own thread locker on it, dude, and do it as much or as little as you want. And you get to choose the grade and all that. I mean, let me choose. I don't want them to choose, and I don't want them to dump freaking epoxy or crap in there or an overly strong locker. I'm just saying, I'm happy with the fact they ain't jacking with it. I've never had a scale screw just unscrew itself. And pivots, yes, I've had them come loose. You just put a little bit of thread locker in there, you good. You good, boy. It's not that tough. And then you get to choose what you want to do and how much. Okay, so we got the body screws out, and are they the same length? And yeah, I guess. I mean, maybe I'm overthinking it. And here comes the insert on this side. That comes off as well. Everything's going to fall apart like nothing. Okay, so because they machined all this out, they didn't need to do it on the underside to do weight relieving. And we got a steel washer. Is that going to come right out? Hell no. Let's go big time on it, huh? Come here, get the big boy out. Oh, she pulled it. I mean, this magnet, man, that'll pull the back of your Buick off the ground. That sucker will. Okay, so that's good. Got that off. And here, of course, your hardened steel insert, ceramic. What'd I tell you? Did I tell you? Jesus, Mary. What'd I tell you? What did I tell you? We've got multi-row ceramic bearings. Could I call it? Did I call it? I called it. and everything just fell apart. I mean, just like underneath, here comes the presentation side. There goes the bearings. Everything is clean. It's not gooped up, and everything's just letting go and falling away. Amazing. Okay, so this is like a no clean machine because it's already clean. You don't have to clean it. And there's your back spacer. Very, very nice. So, I mean, I wouldn't mind having them OEM me a knife, you know, for as nicely as they do their stuff. So catch this. I mean, I was looking at this pivot and I just figured this out. Okay, here's your pivot. Comes from the front. No way to get a Torx in there in case you get too much thread locker on the backside, right? And I'm going, ooh, that's kind of a fail. But check this out. Look at the surround. Hold on, what are these nubs? So then you turn this and it kicks right in. See what I'm doing? That right in, it fits along there. So when this thing is tightened down, this isn't going to move because it just fits right in. I have never thought about doing that. Have you? That is insane. Talk about a whole lot more machine work too to do that. That's pretty ingenious. All right, let's get my bucket of KPL out here so we can pour about a gallon and a half on this when we put it back together. So what do we got? Oh, well, these right here go through, okay, from the front. And of course, they're blank on the outside. Like my brain is blank on the inside. Okay, what are we doing here? Let's put this, of course, back in here. Kick that into space and set your ass down right there. Okay, good. Now, let's put me some multi-row ceramic bearings because we're upper crust people here. We don't stoop to single row. And coming through here, oh, by the way, maybe I better throw these bastards in here. Get in there. They're just going to fall out the backside if I don't hold them somehow. And then how am I going to get this done? Then let's put this on, and I can't remember, was I rolling forward? Yeah, this is going to be fun because this pushes away so easily. Okay, so now we got that, but the problem is it's going to fall away. Lay it down. Okay. Yeah, everything just falls apart so easy. Okay. Got enough goop? I think so. Now, we can put this right on top if we want. Kind of strange. It looks like there's a little dent there. I don't think it's doing any harm. Kind of strange, though. All right. Lay this down and that down. And then we can put our little shaky bakey in here. And then we can put this in so we can kind of hold things together. But on this side, of course, they don't make the little nubs around there because no, you couldn't do that on that side, but you can on the front to lock everything and hold it in proper position. And I think I'm doing that. Let's try and get this put together here. Oops. Okay, come on. Can we get you locked in? Yeah, we're trying to. Seriously? Okay. This just falls out the back. Get your ass back in there. Okay. Can we try this again? All right. Whew. Only one way that's going to go. Just like that. Now, let's see. Are we centered? Yeah, we are centered. How hard did I... crank this down. Well, it's got really a positive stop to it, so that's pretty easy to find. Yeah, it drops really good, all right. I guess you could probably crank down a little bit harder and give it a little slower drop, but it looks dead centered. And let me see if I got any blade play. No, no blade play. So I think I'm okay with it being that. Yeah, I really don't want to put much pressure on, more pressure on there. It's really kind of hit a positive stop there where it's really going to be a lot more forced to do anything more. So, okay, this is good. Back with a Red Queen III. Yeah, I really like it. I keep looking at Maxace and Midnight Cat Studio. I look them on Instagram, you know, when they post things. And then I always like email Justin at White Mountain going, you gonna get some of these, you know? And he can't get a bunch usually, so it's limited. And you know, like this one, this was numbered and limited as well, the Mammoth and then the Goliath. I mean, remember that came out Goliath 1 and then it came out Goliath 2, and then this Babylon, yeah, that ain't gonna be hanging around anywhere for very long as well. And then, of course, the Sandstorm K, I can't remember. It's the Sandstorm K, yeah. I don't know if there's even any of these left. You could always check on AliExpress for any of these knives in case you don't find a USA dealer. And then here you go, there's practical. I'll tell you what. Here you go. Two of the most practical knives. This is classic, this Balance, Maxace Balance, and this Balance has been out for a long time, okay? When it first came out, maybe 2015, 2016, I mean, that's relatively long. And you know, nice flat grind, decent user steel, etc. And then they had an M390 version, but still, way cool, like them. So, yeah, I mean, this is, you know, one you don't have to worry about. You can carry, blah, blah, blah. Some of these are more pricey and maybe more proud carry, but they're all knives, you know, they'll use if you want them to. All right, get out of here. I'm going to leave you alone. I've got, man, I got a lot of Maxace knives hanging around here. Don't you like that? Yeah, that Goliath, crazy. Take care, my friends. Thank you for hanging out. It kind of was a longer video, but I like it. I like the Red Queen III. It's the best Red Queen they've made yet. And you know what we do? We love them knives. Somewhere around here it says that. So you guys stay sharp.